3 minutes until showtime.
Where's my fucking... You motherfuckers in for a treat today. Shit. Yes, sir.
2 minutes until showtime.
Shit, how much time we got? Because I'm ready to go. We got a minute and a half, goddammit. I'm ready to go right now, though. Shit. But I can't until they record. Jesus Christ. That can't be true.
One minute until showtime.
Come on, baby. Let me go. Let me go right now, baby. Start recording. Shit, I wish I could make it do that. But when it do jump off, it's going to be well worth your goddamn wait. Because I got some shit. All right. I'm ready. God, it takes a long time. Wake up. I'm telling you, motherfuckers, you better wake up.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
Bitch,
4,
I was finna say something.
3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Yes. You guys got to wake up. I'm telling you. It's very serious. For one thing, you don't understand how serious politics play a part in your fucking life. I ain't gonna preach about it. I'm just gonna tell you to go vote. If you haven't, go vote. I went and voted yesterday. You know, wasn't nobody in line, wasn't no motherfuckers with no guns trying to watch me or whatever. If there was, I didn't give a fuck. No way. Motherfucker, you act like I ain't gonna do shit when you come up to me talking that goddamn shit. Because I know that's like everybody I know think. But I went and voted, and I felt good after I did. Now, I have been touting my course for a while now. And man, I'm telling you, does time fly when you having fun? If you noticed, I backed up from all that goddamn social media bullshit advertising it with my shit about my course. And that's because I've already known this, but I guess I had to relearn it. The best advertisement by far is word of mouth. And when it comes to enrolling and the reasons to enroll, the best reasons to enroll, Somebody that has been there will tell you. Everybody or all of you won't be able to actually personally converse with someone that has taken the course at Sidewalk University. But if you ever do, I want you to ask a lot of questions about the shit I'm saying. See to that motherfucker repeat it. My point is I'm just evolving, and I'm not competing to be known as a person with guidance for young men. That's not what I'm doing. There are, several men with those kind of products, if that's the case, but they don't have what I offer. That's why I'm not doing what they're doing. I'm offering actual confidence. I'm offering an actual course that you can complete, and upon completion, you will be more confident. Now, my course is unique in more than one way. My course is backed up with actual battlefield experience. My course is also supported by these goddamn videos I do, where you could call in and ask questions, blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's actual human contact after you buy my shit. Now, yes, there's going to be tests. Yes, there's going to be a final. Yes, you have assignments and homework and all the regular school shit. It's the way you learn it that's so different. It's the way you're able to apply what you learned as soon as you learn it. Of course, it can get better and better over time. But what I'm saying is, as soon as you learn what I have to give you, you could use it that night or that afternoon. What I'm saying is, I guarantee you'll be able to use what you learn in the field the moment you leave Sidewalk University. You just gotta, you don't have to believe this. You can doubt it if that's what you want to do. What I'm saying is, my course is complete, and it won't allow you to accept or receive any watered down version of what I'm talking about. Because I have checkpoints, counterbalances. You can't just do something. You got to make sure what you're doing is right. Even though I tell you there's no such thing as right, but I also tell you what you doing and what you think has to be clear and right, precise to you. See, check this abadab I'm finna drop on you. You learn so much at SWU. For instance, we cover timing and flow. Without those two ingredients clicking, you'll never catch that woman. You'll never get what you want. Timing has to do with the pace of your words coming from your mouth. And flow is how you phrase your statements so the words flow clearly from your mouth. It's imperative that you have 5 or 6 lines to start any conversation that you're finna have, especially with a female. But with my point is, you gotta have these lines with any person. So these lines can't be directed towards sex, can't be directed towards how fine you are, and none of that goddamn shit. You gotta come up with some shit to say that has conversation in it. What I'm saying, fellas, if you don't know how to start a conversation, how do you feel you should be able to be in a conversation? I teach my students to expect to win. In anything you're doing, expect to win. Sidewalk University teaches you how to have that winning attitude. It teaches you what to do to maintain that winning attitude. It shows you how, when you don't do what you're supposed to do, you won't or can't have that winning attitude. You won't get the reward of feeling like a winner. I expect to win in anything I do. I expect to win because of the things I do to win. I teach the essential things that you need to know if you really want this goddamn shit. Now, let me ask you something. What do you think what I'm saying is worth if it's true? See, I teach my students to put a value, not necessarily a dollar value, but a value on all things you do. And my shining the light on you in that regards may be worth a dime to you. And it may be worth $10 to another motherfucker. And yet still, it may be worth $1,000 to another motherfucker. So, do you put the reward on the amount of money you get? This is what you guys don't understand. I ain't doing this. I'm going to get money, but I'm not doing it for money. The real reward for me is you coming to Sidewalk University and after graduating, leading your life as a straight up alpha motherfucker. And you got it from me. That's my reward. Hold on, god damn it, my hay fever. I didn't even bring that shit in from yesterday. I'm sorry, you guys, god damn it. I gotta get my office straight because I don't even have a garbage can in here. I'll be tripping. But what I'm really trying to tell you, if you don't value it, why should I? Or why should she? Man, you guys got to understand how much you have to do with your success in life. See, if you lead your life as a straight up alpha man, and let's say I had something to do with it, that's what my point in life is right now. Many are called to listen, but very few are capable of hearing. Some of you hear me and realize you had it all the time. You just need it brought to you. What I'm saying is, I have no issue with you getting or becoming enlightened, listening to my videos free of charge. I have no problem with that. But that's like 1 out of 1,000. And how many thousands listen to this shit that I'm talking? My point is I guarantee the motherfuckers that hear me have been listening. They've been blessed to hear me. And they just happen to be sharp enough to hear what they wanted in order to see where they needed to go. It was clarified by none other than me, freely giving this game away. But it ain't gonna be game just because I'm saying it. It's gonna be game because of the way you hear and use it. Listen to any of the other motherfucker dudes who make the kind of claims that I do. Then listen to my shit from 10 years ago. You'll see and you'll hear the same motherfucking gurus using my shit. Now, if I say the word the and they say the word the, they're not using my shit. They have to say a set of words the way I said it, but they can't mean what I meant because they don't know what I meant. I know what I meant. So if you get my shit and ask me some questions, I'm going to be able to answer them. The problem is, since they don't have no real abba-dabba, shit, if you ask them for any details, that's when that fake ass motherfucker shows himself as a fraud because he ain't gonna be able to answer you. That's why they offer you the sexual content that they offer. Most of the dudes talking about being alpha is talking about sex. They talk about that to take your mind off. You won't be able to talk to a bitch to get some goddamn sex. You gotta have conversation to even talk up on some goddamn pussy. See, that's when you'll see that motherfucker was only using my shit, but lack that abba dabba to explain what any of that shit means. I don't lack in any way. But I'm saying, test me, try whatever you want to try. I know everything that happens is for a reason. You may not see it, but that fucking reason will show itself. I mean, nothing happens in my life that's new. I've experienced almost every goddamn thing. I've adapted to a new lifestyle of, coexistence. Realizing I can't wake up anytime I want to and go in my office and start talking shit like I used to do 4 o'clock in the morning, all that little shit. I'm realizing hella shit. It takes hella shit to make my life comfortable these days. More shit is going to change. And you know what? I'm fucking inviting the changes. I'm welcoming all the responsibilities I undertook, that actually comes with raising my daughter and taking care of my lifestyle without risking prison. The good thing is me and my daughter got tight before, she moved to Vegas because I taught her everything. And it's kind of cool to look at her now, see her making her way. I'm not sure, but I think this is what I call being happy. I haven't been happy, in a long time because I ain't had no hoes. I ain't been doing no, pimp shit in a real long time. But I'm finding my motherfucking way to happiness again. This is hard work. You guys don't care. Why you motherfuckers not calling in? why I can't get a call in. I just don't understand how you motherfuckers could just listen and not call in. Let's see how many motherfuckers is listening over here on StreamYard. Not that many, 50 people. Well, I'm saying you got to understand the interaction. If I just talk, I'm gonna be here 30 minutes, if that long. But if I get interaction, I'm probably gonna be here an hour and a half talking to you motherfuckers. Not because I'm talking so much more, but because you are bringing shit to me to talk about. But if you just want me to talk about what the fuck I want to talk about, all right. I've had the pleasure of dealing with so many men who came to Sidewalk University as little boys and found their manhood, and upon graduating complimented me on my tough methods. I've had so many of them do it, it's like overwhelming. I got a lot of things to step into, and I just don't want none of it to be some weak bullshit. That's why I check what I'm doing. I hate to keep making blanket statements like that, like this. I'm saying, you motherfuckers be doing some weak shit. I know I could find a better way to say it, but I haven't yet, so there it is. Years ago, I got into it with one of them gurus, them fraud motherfuckers. And this fool started quoting the Bible, started quoting Socrates. Oh, man, Plato. All these Greek theorists or whatever you want to call them, I cussed this fool out. Nigga, ain't no motherfucker listening to that goddamn shit. I'd already met through Facebook somebody that I determined to be real, who was liking this nigga as far as his content and stood up for him. But what I'm saying is shit. If you listen to my show that dealt with that shit, you'll hear 3 or 4 of that nigga, that guru's followers calling in and changing their voices to sound like Boris Karloff and talking shit. I'm telling you, some of these listeners are too fucking much. But of course, game is always gonna recognize game. And that cat I was talking about that, stood up for this nigga, I spoke to him. Am I angry to point out the childish tactics some of these fools are using on their guru's instructions? Am I out of line to call bitch shit? Man, and to think these motherfuckers call themselves men. And, and to make it worse, they think they represent alpha goddamn men at that. When you think of it, how else could them fake motherfuckers act? Any of you should be able to see the pussy shit these motherfuckers be doing. But if you don't, you don't. And it ain't shit. It ain't shit I can do to help you either. If you're blind and you want to stay blind, that's on you. Each day I get closer and closer to one of my goals. I went to school to get degrees to pursue a life's dream of becoming an elementary school teacher. For some reason, I preferred 3rd grade. I don't really know why, but once I got my master's, I went for my teaching credentials, and I was denied. 4.0 on my master's. Didn't have nothing to do with education. It had something to do with a felony I had in 1983, which was 20 years earlier at that time. I fought the shit, got everything expunged, and they still denied me. Now, I haven't been involved with the police since that 83 incident. And that didn't matter. So either I'm going to be fucked out of all that money it took me to get those degrees simply because them pecs wanted to deny me, or not. Well, I picked not. So I had to come up with something viable that I can teach. That's when I thought of this confidence course. And I decided I would teach this online. Fuck them motherfuckers not giving me no damn teacher credential. So I did that. I started in 2010 and quickly saw that the dudes I was talking to were L7 all the way. They couldn't understand shit I was saying because they want to compare it to a business. They want to compare it to everything with what it is. A nigga or a man thinking the way he want to think. That's what it is. Now, should I let any of this shit I'm saying stop me? No. I just adjusted. I started selling MP4 versions of the course, which is laced with this fucking abadabba I'll be kicking. And what I'm saying is once I thought I had enough alumni, I would be ready to open Sidewalk University. You know, I started thinking about potential income. You know, something I was very familiar with. Because first off, if you're real about this abadabba, you're up in age like me. Or if you're a brother who have ideas and you're a young motherfucker, check this out. Potential income is something you can do for yourself outside of punching a clock. As a motherfucker laced with this abadabba, you know, you know what I looked for to do. Something that required as little effort as far as physical as possible. But what I'm saying, as a square like you, which is what I am now, I had to dig deep. I left that abadabba, but that abadabba didn't leave me. That's when I started going hard with my confidence course. This all had taken a little over 6 years, so now it's 2016. And wow, I started my dream job on New Year's 2016. But let's not forget, since 2008, I've been living off my YouTube presence. All that time, I've been living off my YouTube presence without trying to monetize, with me just spitting shit that people wanted to hear more of. You don't need to give me credit I deserve, because shit like that don't feed my ego. I am the only person on earth who can feed my ego. I could feed it or I can starve it. But I stay full. Ego-wise. Shit. When I do that by accomplishing all the shit I say I'm accomplished. When I accomplish shit in my head, well, it don't swell up, but it gets big. You know, it's damn near larger than life. Damn near can't see. And I have to realize I've accomplished something that I have been planning 6 or 7 years. And I had to give birth to it. And I had to rear it to this point. And now that I'm at this point, I couldn't be fucking happier. Salute to all of you guys who helped me along the way. Now, I claim all kind of shit. I do. I claim a lot of shit. But who do you know, you personally, who do you know who does as much shit as my old ass? And I ain't saying there ain't no motherfuckers out there doing shit. I'm just saying, who do you know who does as much shit as my motherfucking ass. Now, my point. I'm here for a reason. Several reasons. And the biggest reason is to explore my mental capacity to see how much growth I can get before I go. Now, to that end, most of you think the only big feature about me is I talk so much shit. Here's something else. Is there any other host you interact with, be it through IMs and messages or emails or Facebook or any of that shit, up to and including videos where you could talk to them and roast them if they was lying to you? No. Well, here's something else. Do you realize I've been doing this shit almost 2 decades? And I haven't run out of words yet. Other hosts don't speak to you or give you the opportunity to call in and talk to them. They give you the opportunity and you call in, but you got to listen to what the fuck that you can't have an opinion. You got to go for what they say and they force feed you. No, you can have an opinion fucking with me, but if it's, a punk ass opinion, I'm going to clown you. That's all it is to it. Now, here's something else. People, men, women, and teens all hear the same words, and as if I'm talking directly or individually to them. I have a way of expressing myself, even though I'm speaking specific. I'm not speaking specifically to you. I'm speaking specifically to y'all. That's why everybody get what I'm saying. I learned how to do that because I used to speak to a lot of bitches at once. Shit. My point is that everything I'm talking about is real and you can learn it. Now here's the last thing. Have you noticed, even though some of you motherfuckers don't like the way I continue to talk shit, have you noticed how many haters I got? I got to be doing something right, because you don't get haters unless you doing something right. And they want to say it's wrong. Not one of them motherfuckers has had anything to say to me on my live videos like I'm doing now. Why is that, you think? I ain't angry or looking to call nobody out. I just want to see SWU grow to its full potential. And the reason I know I'll never take prisoners is because I want to see SWU grow to its full potential. And I can't do that by arguing with some fool because of whatever he think. So I know no one will find out or discover no goddamn shit on me. Period. I believe if you're doing something you feel is important, even if me or some other motherfucker don't see the importance, if it's important to you, I think you're obligated not to pay any attention to the naysayers. I just think you are. I don't want, nor do you qualify to be in SWU unless you are about getting this abadabba in its entirety. You can't get some and then you want to fade to the no, motherfucker. I'll block you if you're in my school. If you fade off, I don't want you in. I want you down and dirty the whole time. I didn't tell you this shit from the get-go because this is how, you separate the real from the fakes. You give them something that they can do or they should do, and you see which one of them do it. Because can do or should do don't mean you will do. If I promise you would get all this shit first, in the end, I would just be dealing with a lot of fake ass motherfuckers that wanted the shit that they was hearing. They didn't really want it. You only want the end results. You don't want to go through what it takes to get it. I know that the way I bring it, I get motherfuckers who willing to take a real chance on a nigga like me. And with that chance, they get all I have to offer. Now, I offer tangible shit. I can be checked on. How can you check a nigga that's quoting Plato or the Bible? I mean, why would a motherfucker follow a person they can't check? Why would a motherfucker who's trying to lead people today quote motherfuckers from 20 centuries ago? And then they have the nerve to say, I'm old. These are questions that you need to ask yourself. Or, God damn it, pick up the phone and call me and ask me. You cats is something else. Today's world will have you following a goat. Long as that goat has access to YouTube and can do some shit with his shit that you could understand, I would imagine, you'll follow that motherfucker. Does it matter? Most, if not all, the gurus of today have no past. Have any of you noticed they are lacking credibility? Other than the fact you like their quotes, I mean, I'm sure you'll point out this motherfucker standing next to a limo in front of a street sign. But that's for suckers. Because that don't make him credible to me. That's not a verified pass. You have only your friends and whoever took that picture to verify you. Not people, not motherfuckers in the field. But what I'm saying, you got his friends, you got all this, but do you have any real facts about this motherfucker's exploits that makes him a guru? See, you don't. And you don't care that you don't, but that's my point. Real niggas know. Fake niggas quote. A real nigga ain't going for shit unless it's on his menu. A real nigga ain't gonna let no motherfucker say shit about his ass that ain't true. A real nigga has information that can help kids, teenagers, and adults. Same information. Because a real motherfucker then taking his life's experiences and translated them into helpful information. See, a real nigga don't need motherfuckers co-signing his shit. A real nigga needs a motherfucker who don't agree. And not agreeing is going to promote a real motherfucker to stand strong on his words or his beliefs. See, a real motherfucker spell his name with 2 D's at the end for digital dynamite. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm serving a digital dynamite of reality. And all you motherfuckers can try if you like, but you can't fuck with me. I'm too real. I don't give a fuck that I'm old. And let me tell you something, what makes you guys really need to hear this. Because a lot of gay motherfuckers discover that they're gay. They listen to things that are said or spoken and they identify with the gayness in the statements. Now, if there's no gayness in the statement, the secretly gay motherfuckers think, well, fuck that shit. But if there is gayness in the statement, they gravitate to that statement. And more so, they gravitate to the person making that statement. Now, what I just said explains how those fake gurus have followers. Don't be mad at me for providing the reason you motherfuckers are following those fakes. I ain't gonna say there's no pimping ass motherfucker today who can match my pimping when I was doing it. But what I will say is, can you see why all these motherfucking fools want to match wits with me? My legacy is that of a monster. You hear a story. Jesus Christ, I cannot believe nobody is calling in. Look over there and it's just disgusting. Gee, I don't know what you guys be thinking about. You hear stories, and they're verified by documented shit from real motherfuckers, and most importantly, by real OG pimps. But do you see any of them motherfuckers wanting to match wits with me? Or with a known sucker? Real motherfuckers don't do that shit. And have any of these fucking gurus, including the guru you listen to, ever got at me? The shit most gurus have to say is so weak I can't even speak to them again if I spoke to them before. All any of the motherfuckers against me did over and over is in one way or another say that I'm a whole ass motherfucker, but my shit is outdated. Yet they still try to match wits with me. What the fuck? But they still try to match wits with me. See, none of them really fuck with me. They just talk about me. And I'm saying they ain't gonna get at me. None of them. The shit most gurus have to say is so weak. You know, goddamn. All any of the motherfuckers ever say is that I'm old. Yet, they want to match wits with me. But if I'm so old and outdated, what the fuck is that saying about them looking for me to match with? When I was in the streets, ain't no way I'm going to try to match wits with a retired pimp. You know, we might have words, but at that some point, I'm going to bow down to him because he the G. I only wanted to match wits with motherfuckers who was killing them currently. Motherfuckers who were pimping like a motherfucker now. Right motherfucker now. I don't mean now, 2022. I mean now when I was out there. Them the only motherfuckers I want to match wits with. Then I matched wits with them. I didn't kill any one of them motherfuckers, and they didn't kill me, which meant that to both of us, we was bigger than this little shit. We was pimps and didn't need to go through no little bitty shit anymore, especially going through changes with each other. And you know, as far as talking shit, when you roast a nigga because of whatever, the object is to say some shit that the people listening didn't know. Man, I got a gang of business people I deal with. Do you think they call me Rosebud? Shit. I've been out of the game for years and I was married for 12 years. That shows motherfuckers don't know shit about a nigga taking his talents with him. Because before I was a pimp, I was a goddamn carpenter. I decided to quit being a carpenter and become a pimp. Does that mean I forget the shit I learned in carpentry? Fuck no. I stopped building houses and started building stables for my motherfucking hoes. Now, if I wanted to roast any guru, I would mention something true about him people didn't know. I then would let you know if the nigga needed to figure out a deal to make with whoever he fucking with. That can only mean the punk ass motherfucker scared of the motherfucker he fucking with. See, a lot of you don't know niggas like that who be scary like that compare themselves with the tricks of the world. And they never measure up in their mind. And what about a nigga that, you know, fucking bitches who ain't paid him? I'm saying being a chippy is the worst sin against the game you could do. Just have a that's the worst sin. Now, why do you think motherfuckers quote the Bible and Plato and shit? Because you can't say anything about them. You can only agree with them or disagree with them. But that's nothing. Fuck. Say some shit about me that is news. You know, something no one knows about me that you have discovered. I respect this affidavit. When a motherfucker, you know, hit me on IM with his number and let me know he didn't like some shit I said, I called him and we spoke for 45 minutes. Started out bumping heads over this guru bullshit. But during the convo, we both, you know, being men, we recognize no matter what, we gonna think what we think. Man, opinions don't stop shit. And we got cool. We just had different opinions on that shit, but we got cool like, you know, real men do. A lot of times, that's how you meet another motherfucker. One of you serving the other the news, and instead of arguing that abba and both of y'all take over. You got to stop letting the only time you confident be when you got a shit or you got to pee. Believe it or not, something like that is true. Only being 100% confident when you think you need to shit or piss. Man, fuck that kind of life. Most of you don't even know if you should eat. You don't even know if you should eat when you're hungry. Because some food told you for your health, you should only eat at this time or that time. Who knows what works better for you than you? Me? That's an honor, bro, but I surely don't know you better than you know yourself. And if I do, don't that say something about you as needing work? What is confidence? Okay, take this simple test. I will give you, if you passed or failed, after you read the test, after you hear the test and answer these simple questions. Now, starting right now, you have 5 seconds to answer each question. The first question is, you're riding down the street and you see a woman at the bus stop. What do you do? The second one is, you're about to be interviewed for a job that you really want, but you don't think you are really fully qualified, but you do think you could do the job. What do you think about while you wait? The third one is, your girlfriend asks you, because you're on your way home from work, your girlfriend already at home, but she called you and asked you to stop and get her some Kotexes. What would you say? I know you failed, and the only way you'll help yourself with this test is by being honest. If you thought about any one of those questions before you answered it, you're not as confident as you think you are, and you could use a little reinforcement in that area. Now, Those should all be no-brainer answers. The first answer does not matter, just as the last answer does not matter. That's why I know you are not confident. Why? Because each one of you wanted to get the correct answer. In each of those scenarios, you should do whatever the fuck you want to do. No brainer. There is no right or wrong. It's only what you think. That's confidence. I'm in a real shit talking mood today. I'm a motherfucker and I know it. There's a few women who can stand it, so I show it. Of course, there are many women who ain't gonna like me, so fucking what? I don't like them either. I don't be tripping. You ain't gotta like me. When I tell you guys about a scenario I was in, the whole scenario is a lesson. Just like my previous videos explain the importance of being like me. Shit, just in case you took the short bus to school. You want to be like me, just like you wanted to be like Mike. Then you want to be like Kobe. Now you want to be like LeBron. You want to be like us because we are all winners. We're all on the winner's side. And you know damn well you want to win. So just stop trying to make that silly shit you think correct. And I'll tell you what, from now on, let's say you are the shit. So much so that everything you think is right. Now go out there with the shit you think and snag you one of them fresh ones. Yeah, kind sir. The early bird catches the worm. You ever hear that saying? Do you accept what it means? Shit. Sayings are quite important. If you understand it, it's a secret language that conveys thoughts to people. The early bird catches the worm. Means the same thing as nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. Both these sayings are to promote you getting off your ass and doing something instead of complaining about shit. Hoping shit automatically will happen. The next time you hear a saying like, you can't see the forest for the trees in your way, it's telling you how to get past something. And what is it? What does you ain't worth the salt that goes in your bread means? We need to know everything that's going to allow you to catch a woman. And most of it is how you perceive or interpret what the hell she says or do. Ain't no woman going to cross her legs without me assigning a meaning to it. And the cold part about me is I'll tell her what crossing her legs mean to me. To me, crossing her legs means she would appreciate a compliment on her grooming. And I'll tell her that, and she ain't gonna do nothing but cream, because I would say, girl, moving your legs like that made me notice how well you take care of yourself. You are well groomed. I'm not gonna give her a compliment like most of you motherfuckers would and talk about her legs. That'd be playing right in her fucking hand. I direct and I drive the conversation, and I teach that to my students. That's why I notice everything and assign a meaning to every move she makes. That helps me focus on catching her. As I speak the language I'm getting from her move, she's fucking mesmerized by the things I'm saying to her about what she's doing. I'll make her start thinking about what I think, and she'll start predicting what she think her blinking her eyes mean to me. And that, my friends, is when it's a wrap. How are you like? Now listen to this statement. How are you like and not like this statement? If you're a zebra, but you want to be a horse, you can dress like a horse. Someone can train you to prance like a horse, trot like a horse, and everything like a horse. But no matter what, there is going to be a time when the zebra in you comes out. And then what? Now, you're like this statement Because like the zebra, you're being taught to do something you're not used to doing. Gaining and using confidence is not natural anymore. So you're being taught. But unlike the zebra, what you're being taught can become you. No matter what you teach a zebra, it will always be a zebra. And it's inevitable the zebra's going to come out. I'm going to call it like I see it, is what I'm saying. I was watching a rerun of Chris Rock, and he told a joke about who tells the biggest lies, women or men. You know, I wrote a little bit of shit about that. But I basically agree. Women are the biggest liars. But I'm telling you, I got reasoning. I don't just say that because of women. When I go out, I've done all my daily activities, you know, for hygiene, dress, and I'm ready to hit the streets and see what I can see. When a woman walks out the door, can she say that? Everything we say to a woman we meet is based on what we perceive from what we see. What can we perceive if everything we see is false or a lie? She's changed her hair. She's changed her eye color. She's drew her eyebrows, her height, her complexion, her shape, the shape of her titties, and any other feature I would see when I meet her has been changed. Yet, as Chris Rock said, she wants us to be honest. She need a real man with all that fake shit she doing. This is why there's so many one-night stands going on today. And of course, truthfulness is a necessity in a relationship. But when I meet you and fuck the shit out you, I would like to at least think I fucked who I met. I don't want to see you in the next morning looking like somebody that I can't even recognize. I want to wake up with the motherfucker I went to bed with. I want her to be the same woman I met 6 months from now. I don't know. How many of us are proud of what we did last year? Well, okay. How many of us are proud of what we did a few months ago? Well, what about how many of us are proud of what we did last month? What about last week? What about yesterday? See, fellas, I'm one of the few dudes who can answer I am to all those questions. Why? Because I know it's not a one-day thing. You can't have your shit together today and not have it together tomorrow. Being on top of it goes on throughout the year. And I do not need January to come for me to see or make a strive for perfection. I hardly ever make resolutions that's real. Most of the time I do it to be, you know, included in activities of family or friends. I made my resolve many years ago. And that's to never stop trying to reach for it. No matter what step I'm on, even if I'm on the 100th step of 100, I still will keep reaching. That's just how I roll. Now, if you feel you were blessed with good looks, intelligence, health, class, style, and the confidence like no other, damn, you must be a pimp. But what I'm saying is the good looks came when you realized you had a particular way you can look. Your intelligence allowed you to acknowledge you needed to look a certain way. Your health will allow you to chase that rainbow for years on end and never get tired. Your class will expose to all how proud you are to be in your position. Your style will become uniquely you and people will notice. All of this combined with you knowing you're a total package make you one confident and desired man. The video or videos I make started in 2011, and I have about 350 to date. All my videos are tied into my course. So, those of you motherfuckers who have my course, you can really use them if you match what the topic is or something you're thinking on those videos. The reason my videos in my confidence course are so on point is the information is delivered with plain English. You can relate to the way I speak because I'm you, and relating to me is easy. And the icing on the cake is how much game I spit at you. Sure, this is entertaining because I keep it real, and real is fun. Do yourself a solid and treat yourself and stop cheating yourself. Get with me. This is the semester for you. This shit is real, and I'm trying to tell you, don't make the mistake that other people make by thinking that this is some bullshit. All right, you guys, this is a little long for me. Not really, just an hour. But I got to get ready for tonight's class, so I got to go. Hey, fuck with me in January. Fuck with me this month. Matter of fact, I forgot to say, this month, you get my birthday discount and just a discount, which will put it down to $800 for the full package. But November 21st, that shit's going back to $1,500 for the next same semester. You can get for $800. It's up to you, baby. Be cool. I'm gone. Thank you, bitch.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.